Business by Design Online with our Business Tip Tuesday. Business by Design Online is your entrepreneurial hub, education hub for women in business to help you with starting, growing, and support through your business journey. Today, I have a wonderful guest. I cannot wait for you to talk to Suzanne Tulien, who has been my friend for like almost 4 years since I moved to Colorado. And Suzanne, I'm so excited that you have agreed to come and share with us your top tips for women in business. I know this is an odd time for all of us. We're at home and we're being creative and trying to come up with ideas and ways that we can be out there supporting each other and growing our business. Will you share a little bit about yourself? How long you've been in branding business for over 30 years?
So. Yes, at some level, branding over 30 years, starting on the marketing side and doing a lot of graphic design work, marketing, training. I was even in PR that was kind of one of my tracks in college. And just been hitting all the aspects, communication aspects. I was president of the Pikes Peak Advertising Federation in 2006, doing just a lot of that creative stuff to communicate the brand out into the world, like for my clients. So,
I love it because you have so many people just talk about branding. Like you just hear that word being thrown around all the time. Oh, what colors, what's your brand colors? And it's so much more than that, because I was one of those people that, branding, okay, that means the look and my logo. But I loved when I took your workshops that I learned so much more about what branding really is. Give us kind of a quick overview. Quick, I know that's hard, but you dive so much deeper into branding. I love it. So can you share a little bit more about that?
Oh, you know how much I would love to, because this is why I'm in business, right? I want to crack the code between the misunderstanding of a marketing function and the branding function. So in cracking that code, I'm constantly showcasing the difference between the two functions, right? So real quick, this is how I define it, super easy. You market a brand, right? So branding and marketing are two separate things. So branding is this entity. And I want you to think of marketing as communicating and disseminating the information of the brand. So if you're out there marketing, you haven't defined your brand yet, I don't know what you're marketing, right? So that's a big aha moment for a lot of people. The brand itself is a function of assigning meaning to something. So that function is I'm going to sit down and I'm going to identify my core values, my style attributes, my differentiators, my standards of performance, what my brand promise is, what makes me so unique. And I'm going to stay in that lane. I'm going to write it down, define it, and stay in that lane. That is the process of branding, right? Then we go to town and market it, right? But part of branding is living it. So it's identified, defined, that's the fun branding, and that's what I do best.
I love it.
And thanks for giving me that platform.
Well, no, it's important because I do think so many men and women get a business started and they don't really know what their personal brand is, what their business brand is. And like you said, then they end up marketing and people are like confused because it's not true to what you think it is, and it gets confusing.
Well, here's the danger zone in that. The dilemma of not defining the brand is that we're human beings, right? We're chameleons. We want others to like us. We want to be a part of others' scenarios. So without something hard and fast and defined that we're going to promise to, then our tendency is to go out of that lane and follow what we think our prospects want. So the danger zone in that is not being consistent. And we end up chasing the client because we don't have anything foundationally set for who we say we are that we can stay in. And that's the beauty of brand development. And if we don't understand that as new solopreneurs, right, just starting up, we don't understand. Our first idea is to get out there and market. We got to market ourselves. But you're chasing the client, my friend, right?
Right. Oh, that's so true. That's so good. You have so much knowledge about this whole subject, and you're very creative. I love that. So share with us today some of your top tips for women in business and how it will help us.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to hone in on the 3 most powerful characteristics of a brand once they've defined the brand, right? So what do I do with it, right? So the first one is the knowing. Know thy brand, right? And so what does that mean? That means understanding those core values, those style attributes. Katie, one of yours is adventurous, right?
Definitely.
I love that. And it shows up so well in you. I mean, you have just taken it and run with it. So knowing the brand is like, I'm going to take the time sit down and map this out. I mean, all of us feel like we need a marketing strategy or a business plan. We need a brand plan. We need a brand plan so that we stay in our lane. Because, marketing might get your prospects in the door. You might be teasing them enough to get them interested in the door, but it's your brand that keeps them coming back.
And so keeps the right people too.
Exactly. So you're constantly turning on the marketing faucet if you're not sustaining a constant, consistent brand, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's so true. Yes, I love that because I feel like that's the first step, and sometimes people wait until the end to create that, and it's like, oh my gosh, what a difference it has made in my life just to get clear. So yeah,
so many. It's like I could have had a V8, right? Yeah. I could have designed my brand and gotten clear on it so that it drives all my decisions. So I start discerning differently, more efficiently, more on brand. And as soon as you do that, you start building, which is the second one, my second tip, build consistency. Getting more consistent, right? Why is this so powerful? You know this. Why is this so powerful?
Oh my gosh. And everything you do, you show up true, your integrity, everything, you're authentic because that's who I am personally. That's who my brand is.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, consistency also is the bottom line key for building trust. The more consistent you are, the more I trust and believe in what I think I know about you, right?
Yeah.
So I have this fun little assessment tool called the consistency audit that if anybody wants one that's watching this, ping me on my Facebook page and I'll just shoot it off to you. It's super powerful. Just give you a checklist of, am I being consistent or not? Because that builds trust. And that's what retains clients and creates advocacy from your clientele.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. And it helps me know when I look at those, I mean, I know them, that's me. And so then it makes the choices that I make out in the world, do they align with me and my brand and my values and my style? So yeah, I love that.
This is a good point because these 3 characteristics I'm giving, or these 3 tips, are only good when you understand your brand, right? Because they have to pertain to something. Consistent at what?
Right.
Know thy brand for what? Like you've got to have that defined first.
And then you know where you want to spend your time. Where do you, what events do I need to do? Where do I take it from there? Because I know my brand. Yes. Oh my gosh. All right. Suzanne, this happened to you before and I feel so bad. It hasn't happened in so long and it feels like you're frozen. All right, let's just can you try to refresh on your end and see if it's an internet thing? Uh-oh, this is not good. I'm going to try it on my end and see if that helps. Uh-oh. Suzanne, I feel so bad. See if I can get her back, because she is a wealth of knowledge. I don't want you to miss out. And here she goes. She's coming back in. Oh my gosh, Suzanne. Okay, I have done so many interviews and it hasn't happened except twice to you now. I feel so bad, but you're here. I didn't want anyone to miss you. So I'm like, oh, please refresh, come back in, because you have so much great knowledge and I really appreciate you sharing. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I don't know if there's any way to edit that chunk of stuff out, but
I'll definitely try that before we go further, but thank you so much. So we were talking about consistency.
Mm-hmm. So consistency builds trust, right? Trust creates history. History forms tradition, right? So the more consistent you are, the more people are comfortable in your predictability. So if they're in alignment with who you are as a brand, because you're showcasing it everywhere, then they're going to be so attracted to you, and they're going to be your best clients, and they're going to be your advocates. Right?
Just so then you know you're attracting your tribe. The right people are coming to you for you. Yeah,
yes.
I love that. All right, what's your third business tip for us today?
The third one is become generative.
That was a good one for me. I remember this in the workshop. So, yes.
Right. And Katie, I think you're the best example of that, because with your consistent.
Oh my gosh, no. What just happened? Suzanne. Oh my gosh, what just happened? I don't know what happened. Where are you? You're there? You still see me, but you're not there. Oh my gosh. Try and jump in again and see. Oh my gosh. So it took you off the screen for some reason. I didn't touch anything. Try and pop back in and I will cut this and edit this. And if not, we'll do another one, because I feel so bad that this has happened to you twice now. Okay, hang on, you guys. We're going to do this. So our Quick Tip Tuesday is not as quick as we had originally planned. But I feel so bad, because Suzanne is such a wealth of knowledge and I don't want you guys missing out, and you're going to want to connect. So I will make sure I post her information here too if she can't get back in. But I'm hoping she will be able to jump back in and we can hear her last tip of the day. And we'll just have to do another session with Suzanne, because you will love her information and it really opens your eyes to what your business can and should be, and how to be clear so that you can show up that way in everything you do. Hang on here. Let me do a quick message to her. Okay, she's going to try and come back in. You know, live TV. It's live TV. That's how live TV works. So, oh my gosh, Suzanne, you can yell at me later, and I don't know what happened. This is not, I'm telling you, this hasn't happened. So we're going to do another issue with you at another point in time, but thank you for not giving up.
Should we start number 3 again? Or
yeah, we should start number 3.
If you have a MP4 or MP3 that you can send me, I can edit it for you.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, we'll definitely take care of it.
So let's just pause here for a second, and then you can say, okay, Suzanne, that's great. What's your number 3?
Oh my gosh, Suzanne, thank you for being back again. So
I didn't go anywhere.
I know. So Suzanne, what would your tip number 3 be for us today?
Our tip number 3 is become generative.
Awesome.
What the heck does that
What
mean?
does that mean? Can you share with us what that means? Because that was a very aha moment, I think, when I was in your workshop.
Right. So not too many people think about this because they haven't defined their brand yet. So all this means is to take those components of your brand, I would say every at least 6 months or so, and regenerate what that looks like, how it's going to show up. Like what is Katie 2.0, right? In the space of all the work that you've done to build your brand, right, or to create your brand, to assign meaning to your brand. So what's the next level of adventurous for Katie, right? If that's one of your style attributes, like this is where you get to think really creative, disruptive, and innovative in how you're going to recreate and move yourself forward, but in the lane you've designed. That's
Right.
a mindset, right? It's a way of thinking, being generative. How am I going to recreate? Like one of my attributes, and I have mine framed in my office. This is my DNA one sheet. So one of my attributes is inquisitive or fun energy. Like what am I going to bring to the table now? How is that going to look in 2021? Right? That's what we do. That's what being generative is all about. You're getting on the bus because the bus is moving. This trajectory of evolution is happening. So we have to constantly update, but not change the brand, just show up more in who we say we are.
I think that's awesome. Mine is on my wall right over there so that I see it. And it does, as we shift and grow and go on to new and different things, or just as we move through, you're still those same attributes, right? You're still that's still me. That's the heart of me. Yes. And then how I show up and where I take that in my life and in my next business or whatever I'm doing, those things still show up every day for me. And it's just, figuring out.
And they show up in your personal life, in your business life, in your community, and all of those things. They're just tweaked to be appropriate for those spaces, right? The level of adventure is tweaked. The level of, what is another one? Spontaneous, or what was another one of yours?
Humor.
Humor. Yes, you're very positive. You think you show up so positively.
That's one of my attributes as well. Is my positive outlook, optimism, definitely. And it does. It's in everything I do, with my family, with my business, with my friends, my teammates. It definitely shows up. And sometimes I have to stop and think for a minute. Okay, how do I really want to respond? Because that's what's true to me. So, yeah.
And that's kind of what your brand mantra is for, too, is to help you realign yourself to who you say you are, right?
Yeah.
What is your brand mantra?
Oh, man, you put me on the spot.
It's right there.
It's with spontaneity, humor, and optimism. I instigate.
That's your why statement. I think yours was Chow, wasn't it?
Oh, it is Chow. It is Chow. Yes. Oh, that was good. See, I don't remember the words for all the things that we have, but Chow. Confidence, inspiration, optimism. No. Confidence, inspiration. What's my A? Adventure and
adventure. Yes.
Adventure. Yeah. Adventure and optimism. So see, okay, it's in there. It just didn't come out of my tongue.
And it's a great tool to use to get yourself back in alignment and, focused and make better decisions that are on brand for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've done a great job.
Suzanne, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened, but I'll do a little investigating to see, and we will fix this up and have it out there. Thank you for joining me. We may just have to have you come back again because you also do all kinds of other things, like your speaker workshop is amazing. So we'll see what we can get lined up because you have so much to share. If people want to learn more about branding, and your workshops and learning more from you. I know you're working on your 3rd book right now, which is so exciting. How can people connect with you so they can learn more?
Brandascension.com is the site that's got everything. Please visit me on my Facebook page too, which is just facebook.com/Brand Ascension. I have workshops going on. I've got a brand new personal brand online course that's completely DIY. That's just fabulous. Really affordable, super affordable for solopreneurs like us, right?
Yeah. That's awesome. All right, I'm
Maybe
putting
we'll do one of these with my book launch.
Pardon me?
Maybe we'll do one of these with a book launch.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I think that would be super, super good and a great way for people to connect. So let's see if I can't put that up there. Hopefully that'll show. If not, when we're done, I will make sure that we get all your information, your contact information up there so people can connect with you and learn more. Awesome. Thank you for joining us today. Sorry for the confusion. I might have to go have a martini after this. You know.
At least we didn't get busted into.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, take care, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on Business by Design Online. We'll see you on Friday. We are interviewing with an amazing mental master, motivational speaker that is one of my favorite people, Leslie Boyd Bradley. And then next Tuesday, we have an interview, top tips from Kevin Knebel, who's an amazing LinkedIn master. So thanks for joining us. You guys have an awesome Tuesday. Bye, Suzanne.
Bye.